What is going on, legends? We're back with another video. Today we're going to talk about nostalgia. Hard word to spell. Spell it.
Nostalgia.
Wrong. IT. I thought we'd just come up with stuff off the top of our heads as to what was nostalgic to us growing up. We'll take it in turns. Who wants to go first? I can't do it with my left hand. No, it's like turning up with the same outfit. Okay, for me, the most nostalgic thing growing up was a Game Boy non-color.
The Game Boy Play It Loud series. What color is yours?
With Pokemon.
Pokemon for Game Boy is here. With both packs, you can catch them all.
I don't see you as a Pokemon player.
I didn't get it. Like, I remember having it when I had Mario and it was on like the non-colour Game Boy. And then on the colour Game Boy, I did have the Pokemon thing, but I didn't really understand what I was doing.
The Game Boy that I had was actually the one that was like the see-through Game Boy. You know, like, yes, it was incredible. And you could see all the inner workings. And Pokemon Yellow, and my starter Pokemon, Charmander. If you picked any other, you are wrong.
I had the yellow Game Boy.
One of the saddest days of my life actually revolves around the Game Boy.
Right.
I left it in a tree in my back garden and it rained. And then when I came back to it, it had one line across the screen that just kind of got in the way of everything, and it was very upsetting.
It's not like you to just leave your stuff everywhere, is it? If you'd have only learnt from that experience.
I don't think I actually played any other game.
Start off with Polly Pockets. I used to have so many Polly Pockets.
Polly Pocket has a stage where she dances ballet. In her shiny tutu, so pretty today. Polly Pocket.
You know, like the little, they'll be in the case and then you open it up and it's the tiny little people and you wouldn't have them because you're a boy. It was like a girl thing. But I used to collect them and I'd have so many on the windowsill, and then I really kind of hoped my mum would save them because they're probably like, I don't know, historic now. But I think she threw them away.
She burnt them all, she told me. I couldn't tell you what a Polly Pocket looks like.
Polly Pocket. And
That's
you have
outrageous.
all different themes, and they're like tiny little people.
So it's basically like a doll house.
But a tiny one.
But a tiny one.
Yeah, I suppose so.
The next thing for me, Tamagotchis.
But isn't Tamagotchi her new favorite pet?
Yes.
So what's that make me? Fish sticks?
Oh, are you hungry?
Oh, no. By all means, feed it. Play till your heart's content.
I could never keep mine alive.
That was going to be my second one.
Yeah.
I also didn't get that either.
No, me neither. And you know, the problem was I gave it to my mum during the day, like when I went to school, and I said, you have to look after it. And she never did. Could you keep your Tamagotchi alive?
No.
As an adult, it was like having a dog, you know? This is way more fun, having a real dog. Yeah.
I think it used to be very stressful having a Tamagotchi.
It
used
did.
To have a really
It taught us
cute one.
life skills. Here's our real life Tamagotchi.
So nostalgia for me is watching Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
All the time. There used to be Saved by the Bell, Keenan and Kel, Sister Sister. Do you even remember any of these? Did you used to watch Nickelodeon?
No.
What did you used to watch if you didn't watch Nickelodeon?
CBBC or something before school.
Did you not have like more channels than 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5?
No, my dad never, he refused to pay for them.
No, well, I didn't until I was that's maybe like more like teenage years. I mean, we never had Sky, but this was on NTL World. That's also very nostalgic. Dial-up.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry, I'll get on MSN in a minute.
What is that tone?
Couldn't sneak on the internet back then, could you? Ed and Eddie
programs.
is all I remember really as a programme.
I feel like that was on like normal TV though.
With the plank person.
Yeah,
Just
it's
the
called
plank.
Plank.
Yes.
Just had his face drawn on.
Nostalgia. This is one that tricked us all. The little alien in the goo that apparently if you... What would you do with it? But it would... Apparently it would grow.
Wouldn't it like have a baby or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember thinking at the time,
This is just not.
how is this going to
Yeah.
work? I just don't know what magic is possibly in this £1 eggshell.
Marketing was on point.
Pogs? Is that what they're called?
Oh, don't we know?
They were primary school.
Yeah, we can't go there.
No? Why?
I cried
Why?
because I lost one of my favourite Pogs in a battle.
Oh no. Well, why did you battle it?
Because I thought I was going to win.
Oh dear.
Pogs and Slammers.
Oh.
Because with these are incredible, because I had a good stack of them. You had the different coloured Pogs and then different coloured Slammers. You had the Slammers with the little 2 finger bits in that you could slam it better. You had the ones that made the different
What's a
sounds. So the Slammers were the little thicker ones.
I think you were a lot more.
And you can have the,
intense than I
is it
was.
chubbies? Yeah, look at these. Chupper caps. Oh, it was so good. And then you could have the metal ones and the plastic ones, and you had the ones that had the different sounds. You just brought back a good core memory there. Well, the bad one. I lost my favourite one and I cried, but
What about Furbies?
yeah, just scary little furry things.
Did you used to have a Furby?
No, my sister did.
Yeah. They're terrifying. Like it'll wake
Big
up
eyes.
at like 2 in the morning, like ah! Ah! And I was like ah! And then there was no way to turn it off. I could not figure out how to turn it off.
People are scared of iRobot. You really got to be scared of Furbies in the future.
That was a really rubbish comment.
Imagine if they came back and had artificial intelligence in them.
Yeah, but they're so cute.
Going off games, Beyblades.
Iskandar to losers.
And just like that, it's
I have no idea what that is.
What?
Make some noise! I don't think anybody.
my
Oh!
God,
We just.
Google it.
these 2 bays are. We got another burst! No way!
Brother!
You're literally like a child. Google it.
You didn't do Beyblades?
I don't know what that is.
And you'd buy an arena, and then you'd get them in the arena. And it was the last one spinning one. All right, I'm going again, actually. Had to reset the battery, but whilst I was resetting the battery, I thought about this. MTV, or that was it MTV? Where you would call in, and you could text in as well, and it would go along the bottom.
Did you used to actually do that?
I never did it.
Well,
but
no.
like,
Because I don't think, imagine the amount of people around the world doing that. Like, that's never gonna.
but no, it did happen, because when we used to have lad sleepovers, like with just the lads, you're like having a night, you're just chilling, whatever, would have the music going, and like one of the lads would always text in, "Oh, can you play this for Adam?" And then like it comes across the bottom.
Really?
Yeah, sick nights out.
I do remember when Nelly and what's her name released that
Kelly
song
Rowland.
though. Yeah, and that
Dilemma.
was literally on like relentlessly back to back to back to, like you'd listen to it 20 times in a row because that's all people were requesting.
That's the music video where she slips up a blackberry or something.
Blueberry.
Blueberry.
Yeah.
And she fake types. It's like an MSN open or
yeah.
something.
Videos.
Yeah, you've got to put the video. Isn't it
And
mental?
then, before you took it back to Blockbuster, also nostalgic, you had to rewind it. If you didn't rewind it, you get, well, I don't know if that was just a myth?
That is nostalgic, isn't it?
Yeah.
I remember walking into Blockbuster thinking,
Friday night.
What are we gonna
get
watch?
To pick your film for the weekend. Rent it for 2 nights because you're going to watch it more than once.
isn't it mental nowadays? Like, I feel like I'm old now saying this, but like kids just can like go onto Netflix or like wherever and just like get a movie straight away. Whereas we actually had to go. It was the physical being there with your dad, and then if it was like rated 15 or 18, you had to slip it to your dad and be like, "Can we watch this?" And he's like, "Yeah." But then you had to go off somewhere else in the store because you felt like, as he was checking it out, if they looked at you and said, "No, he's not old enough to have this film."
You don't
You
have
wouldn't
to
get
use
it.
so many words. Like, you've literally made that story so long.
Another one linked to this, for me anyway, McDonald's parties.
I don't think I went to many McDonald's parties.
Just a part, like, I don't
Parties at
think it
McDonald's.
happens anymore.
So you just
but
all go
like,
for lunch at McDonald's?
yeah, but you had the hats and everything, and I remember my dad had the worst car, like the Polo, leaked oil, old, rubbish. Me and all my mates in it. And then we're rolling up to McDonald's and the fittest girl in the year is in there at the time and we all had to hide.
Oh.
But now I have the fittest girl on the universe.
Oh my goodness, you're so gross.
Next to me. You sexy thing. You got any?
Tapes?
Tapes.
I just saw a tape. I remember used to be like on my way to nursery and I'd like put the tape in, the cassette or whatever you call them, and then when you got to the end of the songs you used to have to take it out, turn it around and put it back in, and there was like more songs on the other side. Puff the Magic Dragon.
Isn't it
was
where
what
you
I used
had
to
to...
sing. Puff the Magic Dragon lives by the sea. That's what I used to sing on the way to nursery.
Burn CDs with my favourite songs on them for the car. That was when I first must have started driving when I'm like 16, 17, 18. It's like, you're like, oh, I'll burn a 6 CD for your car. Like you had one for your car and then you had one for your friends as well.
I don't think I ever knew how to burn CDs. I think I just got other people to do that for me.
What was the first CD you ever bought? I know mine. So Solid Crew, 21 Seconds. Told my dad it didn't have any swears because I'd only heard the radio version of the song, which obviously deleted all the swears. And then when I plugged it in at home in front of my dad to play the CD, it's full of swears. And I felt a bit embarrassed, but also I was cool, so it didn't matter.
I remember my dad buying me the Eminem CD because he was like, I couldn't get it because it was obviously like parental guidance, explicit content. So he had to get it and he felt like a cool dad that day. I used to go to bed with my my Walkman. Is that what they're called? You put the CD in and you play the CD and you have the headphones on. I used to go to sleep listening to Eminem every night.
That's different. 1990. I wasn't even born then. Finally, I think we should talk about telephones. I had a flip phone, which I feel now is very old school.
Yeah.
You know, with the buttons that you would click. Like now we're so used to touching screens, just like it's easy. Whereas like, or like you know when you had to do like C.
What was your first phone?
I don't know. Motorola Razr? Is that?
Mine was a Nokia 3310.
You had the real like the brick.
Because that was when, because I used to have to go to after school club because my parents worked full time. So in order for me to go and play on the park with my friends, because you know everything's really safe back then, you used to have to ring my mum. She would talk to the nursery nurse. They would say, "Yep, it's fine for her to go," and then little 10-year-old Jasmine would just go off to the park on her own to her friends. But that's why I had to have my phone to make sure I was safe. That's why I got my first phone. Wow. Snake.
I never had a 3310, but I always wished I did.
And then I got a 3330, and then one of the slide ones, Samsung.
Yes.
The slide ones, and then maybe I got a snappy one. I can't remember.
What wasn't so good about those phones at the time though is if you were in a rush or a panic and you wanted to send a text, you just couldn't. Coming soon, C. Oh.
No, there's no way. You used to be able to message fast.
No, but you remember you had to press like each button like.
Yeah, but you used to be able to, it was like second nature. You just used to be like.
Yeah, but it was like, it's not
you
like it is now.
message way fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Skills.
I had the phone that had it had two lights on either side, and when it rang,
Oh yeah.
it like
That
lit
was
up.
like a, yeah.
All right, that's the end. Bye. We'll do more of this. If you enjoyed this, please smash that like button. We'll do more of this. All right, love you. Bye. And you say, is that it?
Is that it? No, there was loads on that one. Comment down below anybody else's nostalgic things and we'll go through them on the next one.
Yeah.
No? Did you
What?
write a letter to somebody? Am I thinking about...
You got the wrong person there. You think I wrote a letter to Emma Bunting from the Spice Girls? Saying what? Jazz had to include this.
Give it up for Oasis, making their TV debut with Supersonic.
Top of the Pops!